The brain of the beast. Google reveals the computers behind the cloud. This was in 2012. Don't know if anybody remembers this illustration. 666 out of that. Yeah. If you're catching the direction I'm going, stay with me. This is the network we use called the cloud. These guys always show up. Another supercomputer. Could all your digital photos be stored as DNA? But how would they do this? Well, many scientists believe that an alternative solution lies in the molecule that contains our genetic information, DNA, which evolved to store massive quantities of information at very high density. A coffee mug full of DNA could theoretically store all the world's data. So there's a video on my page about graphene oxide and how these guys did the study. Found multiple traces of graphene oxide, like 99% of the jab is graphene oxide. Well, on July the 16th, they put this out. How graphene multiplies frequencies and damages cells, and how reducing agents help to control that damage. Now, before you say this isn't a real doctor, there he is, MD. This is the English version, so it's written down by these two doctors and what they're talking about. It's about the hypothesis they have about the relationship between graphene and G5 and how this combination would contribute to damage people who have the nanomaterial in their bodies. I'm not going to read everything because it's too much, but basically, if you live near the G5 antennas, you're going to have more symptoms because you have more frequencies near you charging the electrons from this graphene. They talk about when it's powered up again, you know what I'm talking about. The graphene oxide may activate and start injecting electrons into anything surrounding it, anything that comes near it. All it takes is for graphene to stick to a cell or other cells and start injecting electrons. The graphene molecules don't deactivate, you have them in your body, and G5 antennas are not far away, and that's a persistent intoxication. As long as there is electron acceptance and emission, the disease is latent. Inflammation is present and there is destruction, there is damage. You give off a signal, a mark. You carry the time bomb in your body, and when someone sets it off, you hit the primer and fall ill without delay, because when the graphene starts to eject electrons everywhere, it starts to destroy your molecular structure at the cellular level. As much as that sucks to hear, this really does line up with the research I've been doing. My connections: the Beast computer, Beast system, the injection of graphene oxide and nanotechnology inside of you, links to G5, therefore to the Beast computer, the cloud. Do you know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him, for God's temple is holy and you are that temple.